Good morning. Let's go ahead and start with a deep breath in and let it out. And if it is comfortable for you, please close or lower your eyes. And in your mind, repeat the following affirmations. I am alive. I am free. I am playful. I am loved. And as you continue to breathe in and out, repeat one or more of those affirmations to yourself. I am alive. I am free. I am playful. I am loved. Visualize the energy flowing through your body as you are repeating these words. Allow your body to become flooded with this energy. as we come back into the space, start wiggling your fingers and toes. Know that this feeling is always with you. I am alive. I am free. I am playful. I am love. Namaste.
Namaste.
Well, good morning, family.
Good morning.
Amy, thank you so much for that. I am playful. I am playful. I don't know if you knew that. So is Amy. And through all this, I will keep remembering who I am. That's what these lyrics are. I'd like you to feel them and to sing them with me if you could. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I wrote that beautiful song. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the faces of God, yes. I hold you in my heart always. You are my family. You are the face of God. You are my family. You are the face of God. Yes.
Amy, thank you for that beautiful centering. Every morning I pull out a centering card, and this is one of my cue card toss, and it says, I have come here to be playful. Luminous has no place in my life. I am playful, joyful, and filled with childlike energy. So let's take this moment and just relax and please allow my word to be your word. As I recognize this one power, one life, one mind. Mind that is all God and all good. God is love, God is joy, God is peace, God is playful, God is laughter, God is abundant, plenty, healthy, wealthy. Knowing that it is true for me, it is true for everyone hearing my voice right now. I know I'm guided, guarded, supported, always, always knowing the divine that is in me, the true essence, the power that is in me, that's backing up all that is now here, right now. So knowing this truth, I'm realizing this perfect union, this perfect life, this perfect peace that I am, God is, I am. There's no spot where God is not. So I'm grateful knowing this truth. I'm grateful for this realization. I'm grateful for the center, for our ministers, Reverend Cheryl, Reverend Stacy, our ministry of prayer team. I'm grateful to Dave and Patty. I'm grateful for Yvonne, for Charlie, for Julius, and all the volunteers. I'm grateful for each and every one here and those watching us on social media, knowing that today is a brand new baby day. So I'm releasing every word to the law. I'm sealing it, knowing my prayer is anchored completely and done. And together we say, and so it is.
So it is.
Oh, it's good. Hi, guys. Aldo, thank you so much. You are playful. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm just anticipating feeling warm. And I just want to be ready. I don't want to let you all down. I am ready. Oh, yes. Beautiful song by Janice Stanfield. It's called All the Good. Sometimes I change the words. I cannot do all the good that the world needs. Yeah. But the world needs all the good, right? That I can do. Yeah, please stand. All right. We're gonna get into this, we're gonna change now. Yes, I cannot do all the good that the world needs. Yes, but the world needs all the good that I can do. I know it does, and I'm ready for it. Here we go. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. Come on now. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. And I got it. We got some good for this world. Alright. I cannot do all the good that the world on to my favorite part. I love this. Come on now. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do our best. We're gonna love one another. Oh, we're gonna love. We're gonna love one another. Oh, I hate that I love you. I'm not
Patty Powers
Reverend.
and Dave. Welcome back, Dave. Welcome back, Dave. While you're standing, if you don't mind, please say with me, God bless America and the rest of the world. And give yourselves a hug. We're still not hugging. Without permission, anyway. Have a seat. Thank you so much. I'm Reverend Cheryl, co-senior minister here along with my sister, Reverend Stacy, and we're just glad that you're here. I think Stacy has something to say.
I just want to wish my brother, Jeffrey Hilton, happy 50th birthday. My little brother. Yeah, he's finally 50.
Her little brother. I know. Well, yeah, literally and numbers wise. Well, because you're 9 feet. How tall are you? 5'9"? 5'8". Yeah. Because she has 6-inch heels on. That's the only reason. Yes.
Yeah, exactly 6 inches.
Dave just said he's 6 feet tall. Don't watch him walk across the room. Well, of course he's in your heart. Happy anniversary. And someone else is having an anniversary too. Thank you all for being here. You know, I wanted to give you an update on our Hefferland Challenge. It's up to 32.75. We're to go to 52.49. I want to just thank Francois, Yvonne, Monica, Gail, the Seeleys, Sharon, and the Howletts. So far, so good. Thank you so much for participating in that. And just remember, wherever you're on your spiritual path, you'll always be welcomed here. And thank you for being here. And those of you on your cozy couches. And no floating devices, I hope. So, thank you. Let me take this. Oh, yeah, Charlie.
We have another special guest. The Enchanted One is here with us. So Enchanted Charlie, who I normally don't do this because he's one of us, but he's so special and just so lovely. I just wanted to say, welcome, Enchanted Charlie. Come on up.
Yeah, that's best.
Okay, you must.
All right, so good morning, my lovelies. I am an Enchanted Charlie, and I'm so glad to be here with you again today. So when I heard the talk title, A Playful Pause, I thought, I, of course, am doing exactly that. After graduating high school in June, I have put much thought into my next step and have decided to take this year and dive deeper and understand exactly what it is I want to do and pursue and make the best decision for me. Not the best decision for Yvonne, my mom, my dad, but just for me. I have consciously made the decision to work on me and take the best big steps into adulthood. Thank you. So now I know we are all in our different places and stages in our life. Hooray for those beautiful lives you've already lived so far. And hooray if you're retired, right? I know me and for my peers, that is a place we will not see for a long time. Unless my desire is to be the next Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk. In this teaching, I do know anything is possible, right?
Right.
So, I was listening to author and self-help teacher Louise Hay talk about when she was younger and wanted to be a dancer. And because people told her she couldn't, she didn't. Although that wasn't nice to say to someone, I do think that is the perfect example of spirit working in divine ways. Is there anyone that has not read or been influenced by a Hay House book or a Hay House author? No? Well, what I do love most about her story is that it did not end there. Let me play you a short clip.
You are being you in your own unique way. Knowing that, you can now release any mental belief. You are being you in your own unique way, all the time. Knowing that, you can now release any mental beliefs that you are not creative and go for each and every project that comes to mind. And never think you're too old for anything. My own life did not begin to have meaning until I was in my mid-40s when I started teaching. At 50, I began my publishing company on a very small scale. At 55, I ventured into the world of computers, taking classes and overcoming the fear of them. At 60, I had my first garden and have become an avid organic gardener who grows her own food. At 70, I entered a children's art class. And also in my 70s, I totally changed my handwriting. I became inspired by Vimala Rogers, who wrote, "Your handwriting can change your life." At 75, I graduated to an adults art class and have started to sell my paintings. My current art teacher wants me to get involved with sculpture next. And at the same time, I took up yoga, and my body is making positive changes. A few months ago, at 76, I decided to stretch myself in areas that scared me, and I took up ballroom dancing. Now I'm taking several classes a week, and I'm fulfilling my childhood dream of learning to dance. I love to learn things I have not experienced. Who knows what I'll do in the future? But I know I will be.
Wow. Ballroom dancing at 76. 76? I'm not going to be 76 for over 50 years.
Before you know it.
Don't blink.
That's right. Louise Hay is the perfect example of taking a playful pause. My favorite Zumba teacher is not even in her 20s, even though she looks like it, Mary Carmen.
That's right.
But back to Louise Hay. After building her publishing company, she pursued so many things she wanted to do in her life. So for all of us, I think that means the best can be yet to come if we are willing to take a pause and take action. There are two people here, not saying names, I guess Yvonne and Joan, that I recently watched having a great time performing at a tap dance recital for fun. Is it in their sights to be professional tappers? Maybe not. But it is this example of doing things you love just for fun. What kinds of things have you always wanted to do or try just for the fun of it? I recently learned my Nana, aka Auntie Monica, tried bungee jumping and skydiving in her 40s. Talk about playful. if there is anything that I've already learned for a kid that is just now starting on my life's journey, it's that it's never too late. I know that sounds funny coming from an 18-year-old, but it's true. I know that no matter what decision I make over the next year, if at any point it isn't what I thought it would be, or isn't the path for me, I know all I need to do is make a different choice and try that. I have made in advance the decision that any time in my life I feel off course or feel something just doesn't fit, I will take a playful pause, pray on it, meditate on it, and choose my new course without judgment, without defeat, and choose joy and wonder as my new state of mind for the next adventure. You know, recently I mentioned to a few family members the idea of teaching English in Japan. Because why not? I absolutely love the culture and thought that experience might be something I would enjoy. Immediately, I was told that I better do it now because later I'll be too old. Now, even though I know there is a cutoff age to teach English in Japan, which is 60, I don't think their statement had anything to do with that. What beliefs, if any, do you or someone you know have involving that idea of, it's too late, I'm too old? But that's really not the truth. I'm so glad that Auntie Monica wasn't in the mindset that it was too old to find a boyfriend when you're in your 60s. She has a new boyfriend and is getting to continue to enjoy life with a wonderful companion. You know, I have so much more to learn in my life. I already know that. What I know and have learned in this teaching is to do my very best to get out of my own way. I will remember that Louise Hay did not do so much in her life after her 40s, 50s, and 70s. I will remember, unless there truly is a cutoff age, I'm never too old. I hope that no matter where you fall in any age group, you know the real truth, and it's that you are me, we are we, and you are just as, if not if, more enchanted as enchanted Charlie. It is never too late to be what you might have been. You owe no one anything, and you everything. Like Reverend Stacy said last week, take a break for you. As my generation says, you do you, boo. Go pursue ballroom dancing, gardening, whatever your heart desires. You deserve every wonderful life experience available to you. I know how much we matter in this world. I know how much you, all of you, matter to me. I'm so grateful for letting me share a little with you today. So let's close with an affirmation together. Repeat after me. I am the most beautiful expression of life.
I am the most beautiful expression of life.
I am here to live and experience this beautiful gift of life.
I am here to live and experience this beautiful gift of life.
I will take a playful pause and choose to live my best life.
I will take a playful pause and choose to live my best life.
Thank you, I love you, and namaste.
Yes, he is enchanted. Enchanted. Enchanting, enchanted. Yeah. So I might, Allison Felix, I don't know if you all have been watching the Olympics, but Allison Felix is the most decorated track and field woman of our time. So that's very exciting. At 35, won, I don't know, another couple medals this year. So that was awesome. So I'm thinking about dusting off my spikes and getting back out there, that relay. Yeah, maybe not. So this is, are you having a playful pause today already? Yeah. You're getting the theme of this playfulness that we have going on here. We all enchanted people, and all of you are enchanted as well. We have another enchanted one. Reverend, I almost said doctor. Reverend Dr.
I've been
Mike.
thinking about that.
I'm thinking that it's coming, now that he's a published author. So let me read his bio.
Is Patty going to sing a song for us?
Oh.
I saw Patty's name.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know.
Do you want me to continue, Patty? I can go on and then do it. All right. She's having so much fun in that sound booth. Can't you just feel that energy that's coming from that booth? So Patty's coming up.
You know where you are. All I want to do is have a little fun before I die. There's a man next to me out of nowhere. It's apropos of nothing. You say his name is William, but I'm sure it's Bill or William McAvoy. And he's playing ugly to me. And I wonder if he's ever had a day of fun in his whole life. Okay, or that. I didn't like it anyway, okay? It's fine. We're just having fun up here. It's a little too loud, thanks. Here we go. All I wanna do is have a little fun before I die, says the man next to me out of nowhere. It's apropos of nothing. He says his name is William, but I'm sure it's Bill or William McAvoy. And he's playing ugly to me, not really. And I wonder if he's ever had a day of fun in his whole life. We are drinking beer at noon on Tuesday in a bar that faces a giant car wash. The good people of the world are washing their cars and their lunch breaks, hosing and scrubbing as best they can in skirts and suits. Drive their shiny Tennessee Buicks, yeah. Back to the phone company, the record store too. But they're nothing like Billy and me, 'cause all I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun until the sun comes up over Santa Monica Boulevard. Well, who doesn't like Cheryl Crow and Church? I like a good beer buzz early in the morning, and really likes to peel the labels off his body's buddy. Then he lights them on the bar, he shreds every match in an oversized pack, just letting each one burn down to his thick fingers before blowing and cursing them out. He's watching the bottles of butters spin on the floor. A happy couple enters the bar, dangerously close to one another. The bartender looks up from his morning. All I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun. I know you do. I got a feeling this party has just begun. All I wanna do is have some fun until the sun comes up over Santa Monica Boulevard. That feels pretty playful. Enchanted Charlie said. We're never too old to have fun. Thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you for straightening me out. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I mean, is that not fun?
What fun?
Love it, love it. All right, so on to the next. Reverend Dr. Reverend Mike McMorrow was born in Britain. Reverend Michael McMorrow was born in Britain and raised in America on Edwards Air Force Base. Reverend Michael feels blessed to have been called to 2 vocations in his working life. That is a carpenter and minister. Seems to go together well. He operated as a building contractor in 2 states, experience that has oddly served him well in ministry. Michael discovered religious science in October of 2000 and has been an avid student of the teaching ever since. In July of 2007, Michael became a licensed religious science minister, serving in Granada Hills. In September of 2009, Reverend Mike McMorrow was elected senior minister, and the congregation continues to prosper. His messages present a clear understanding of spiritual practice as a way of life available to everyone. People leave inspired and lifted at Center for Spiritual Living Granada Hills, where they are changing lives for good. In his spare time, Reverend Mike enjoys spending time with his wife Stephanie, son Michael when he's in town, and when possible enjoys fishing in the high Sierras with his brothers when they can get together. You know, Reverend Michael also has a book. He didn't bring too many, but I think just a couple, but we will have them in the bookstore. I have mine, it's signed. Blue Collar Spirituality. And it's really a good first book for if you are new to Science of Mind, or if you have some people that you're trying to convince perhaps to come on out with you on a Sunday morning. This is a great book for that. Let me just read you a couple of quotes by some people that I just adore. With Blue Collar Spirituality, Mike McMorrow joins a small pantheon of authors like Alan Cohen, Dan Millman, and Don Miguel Ruiz, who make deep spiritual principles accessible to everyone. Using everyday language, this book shows how to work the universal laws to transform a mundane life into something more meaningful, rewarding, and compassionate. This is a book for anyone ready to take the next steps to a better life. And that quote's by Jim Lockhart, Dr. Jim Lockhart. And one more. I like to know what a person believes, where they stand on social issues. It inspires me to get clear on what I value and believe. While reading Mike McMorrow's book, I get the sense that through his words, I know where he stands and what he trusts. It inspires me to investigate my thinking about issues that plague our society, not in a whitewash of positivity, but with a roll up your sleeves and get to work, honest look into my inner life. And that is a quote by Dr. Edward Viljoen, our spiritual leader. So please give a warm welcome to Reverend Mike McMorrow.
Is that my microphone? Nothing like a little Jimi Hendrix to start your talk out. So, is it Dave, the piano player? Were you riffing a little wider shade of pale in there somewhere this morning? I was having a flashback, I swear. Yeah, you know, it's really great to be here. And it's always wonderful to visit other spiritual communities, but particularly this one. I don't know if you know it or not, but Reverend Cheryl and Reverend Stacy are, you know, they're relatively new ministers, but already icons within the movement. A lot of people know about Las Vegas outside of the area. And because I also serve as the regional support coordinator in Southern California, so we are all familiar by proxy through your wonderful ministers. And you know, this really is a wonderful work that you're doing here. And I know some of you have been supporting it with your time, talent, and treasure for years now. And it's a wonderful thing that you're doing. And particularly through this last year and a half, right, where we've been trying to put this thing and keep it
pulled together with spit and baling wire, basically, right? And so, because I've been watching you online too.
No.
So it's a wonderful thing that you're doing here, and just, stay at it and keep at it, right? And so, yeah, I've written this book. That's not what my talk title is about, but I will give it a plug anyway. So if you have any friends who are agnostics and wondering what you're doing at that hippie church you keep talking about, this is a good book. There's no F-bombs in it, but it does get a little spicy. And it speaks to the struggle of daily life, particularly for working people, as I was, right? So I started out as a carpenter and then a contractor, and I grew up on the desert, and I had 12 employees, and had long hair and a beard. So that's,
I get it.
yeah, so that's how it kind of lines up that way. But anyway, so I wrote this book, and so it talks about the struggle of what we all have, right? When we're work. And I love what Enchanted Charlie was speaking to, starting out, right? So the welcome mat is out, just as it was for all of us, right? And really the message there is not to waste a single day, right? That's for all of us. It's a great thing about this teaching, man. Whether you're 7 or 70, right? There's still plenty of gas left in the tank to do something new. Whether it's pursuit a love interest, where's the love goddess who's got the new boyfriend? Yeah, there you go. Right? It's all in this book. But it's true for me too. If you put all my marriages together, I'd be married a long time now. All right, so I'm going to get serious now because they asked me to come in here. Oh, I want to do one more plug because I know Kitty's here from Lake Arrowhead. Lake Arrowhead is on this year. So, and you guys had a nice group there a few years back. So if you feel like you missed it, you did. But now's your chance, and if you you can start saving your ducats now. It's well worth it. Dr. Moira Fox is wonderful, and they have water there, and big trees, and a lot of fun. It's at the UCLA conference grounds in Lake Arrowhead, and so it's really beautiful. So I hope you guys can make it out there. It'd be great to see you. All right, so. So let's see. Yeah, I did that, because I was riffing instead of taking my notes here. All right. So this book, I'm just going to start here so I don't get lost later, as it really about how we can live a life of design rather than default, as Mary Morrissey says. And it is a fast read. It's only 5 short chapters with some exercises that are designed to help the reader find ways to hit that pause button on life and to take a look at what's going on, to identify and discard ways of thinking that no longer serve us, that have us locked or keep us locked up sometimes, and how to release ourselves from the bondage of self, so to speak. And in preparing this message, it occurred to me that how this book could be timely because of what's been going on the last 18 months. And all of us really are called to pause, to reflect, and possibly incorporate any insights that we've gleaned over these last couple of years. Now, whereas blue-collar spirituality, Finding a God That Works, is the subtitle, Finding a God That Works. It's really full of stuff that you already know if you've been through a few classes or been coming to centers like this for a while. But it does encourage us to engage or to maybe disengage from too much theory and get into practice. Yeah. So the practice now might be to drop the rock. whatever resentments maybe we're hanging on to. Like COVID, for instance, just mention one, or masks, or no masks, or vaccine, or no vaccine, or the new guy, or the old guy. It's time to set all that stuff behind us now and to remember that I picked up from this book that we cannot go forward on the path weighted down with concepts accumulated over lifetimes or even in this lifetime. That all of these burdensome concepts constitute the ego human who has a self then. So we have this self that we have created. And the ego self is that in us that has to be preserved, to be catered to be loved, to be feared. And every burden which would retard our ongoing must be discarded if we are to make progress and maintain the spiritual balance. Spiritual balance. This is a Goldsmith thing. He's always talking about spiritual balance required on the path. So I'm getting this from this book, The Alchemy of Awareness. And this Lorraine Sinkler was a student of Joel Goldsmith, and also a teacher herself. And I love her because she really puts Goldsmith into everyday language. It's very accessible because Goldsmith was a mystic, man. He would get out in the weeds. And but good stuff. Right? So we have these first two steps of treatment, right, where we're really broadening. We're broadening the playing field for what God is. Right? We're trying to step away from all the names, maybe even places, icons that we've attached to the divine that have kept us bound in any way. And we're trying to open that up. Right? We're looking at other faith systems. Right? We're looking at the teachings of Jesus for sure. Right? But you know, what's going on in the Easter stuff? Right? What's going on within Louise Hay? Right? Who, by the way, was a beautiful model before all of that. Mm-hmm. So it's not like she wasn't accomplished. Yeah. And so I'm also thinking about how someone who I really enjoy listening to on podcasts, Alan Watts, he speaks to, if we do what we love, then we'll never have to work a day in our life. So then we're at play. Right? We're at play. We can be at play in the office. We can be at play on the job site. Right? But that takes a shift in consciousness. A shift in consciousness. So we were looking for this spiritual balance. We want to discard the stuff that no longer serves us so that we can find some balance so that we can stay on this path. Now, most people of faith, regardless of denomination, know at least two things to be true in that quote, at least in theory. And one is that we are on a path. We all acknowledge that, yes? We are on a path. Even agnostics or atheists recognize they're on a path of some kind. And that the other part of it is that it is the ego that distracts us off the path. Right? So, hey. You do you, boo. Where is he? Yeah. So let's face it, these past several years have had plenty of distractions. And these last 18 months really have just been an exclamation point on all of that. And we're not out of it yet. We're not out of it yet. And for those of us in the science of mind and spirit, it becomes imperative that we uncover, discover, and discard those ways of egoic thinking that are burdensome. For we presume to understand better than most folks that our thinking creates our reality, and our task is to allow the living spirit to make itself known in our life, and to do so in a conscious way. In a conscious way. Our life demonstrates this truth, subject only to our innermost belief or disbelief in it. Now, I don't know about you, but that can shift and wax and wane with whatever's going on. Sometimes in a day. But that's okay. We're working with the tendency of thought, Holmes reminds us. The tendency of I think sometimes we kind of overdo it in the teaching, right? We start going, oh, I shouldn't think that. Oh, I thought that again. Oh, I thought it again. I thought it again. Oh my God, I'm a horrible religious scientist. It's the tendency of our thought. And you know, what that means is we only have to have a good thought every other thought. Until we get to 51%. And then we just keep working on that, and pretty soon we're at 90% or better. But we do have these things, these that we can get distracted by, and sometimes attached to, right? Like righteous thinking, right? I mean, that's what I've witnessed in myself these last several years, right? That in my righteousness about what's right versus them, right? My mind really is not very open. That's what I'm working on right now, right? I'm working on those aspects within my own family who have so much certainty within their own path that I'm right, or that they are right and I am wrong. I don't dig that shit, man. I'm just saying. That's in the book. It's like, really? By now, it must be clear that the dependencies and reliances to be surrendered are but the distorted pictures of an eternal, perfect wholeness. The demand is to surrender only the shadows in order that we may live in the eternal reality of the spiritual kingdom. Most of the time we live in the shadow world, catching glimpses only now and then of the spiritual universe. But more and more our vision widens until one day we discover what? We've been there the whole time. Can I get an amen? I love that. Our vision widens. Isn't that true? That is the first step of treatment. Our vision widens and we realize that we are that. And we speak our word with authority into a what? A field of mind expressing as unconditional love that knows only to say yes and to create the thing that it thinks about. For now, our thought is impressing itself upon this field of mind and cannot be returned void. Now, sometimes that demonstration is cleverly camouflaged. Right? But all that means is just points to the next thing that we need to work on, to shift and lift the tendency of our thinking until we fully realize that demonstration. And then it happens. And we go, holy crap, this stuff works. Right? And then our faith is strengthened. Practitioners, am I right?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's kind of why you get into the gig, right? You get a demonstration and you go, wow. Because we think we make it happen. We fall into that trap. But then we get the big whiz-bang demonstration. Right? And our faith deepens. Not because we want something more out of the universe, but we want to be something more in the universe. Right? That maybe we're even called to serve others. Not because we get to wear a stole, but because our heart is raised when we are serving others in this beautiful way. Don't ever be shy about going to a practitioner. Don't be shy of, even if you don't have the money, you can just throw that into treatment, a little prosperity action. I need some positive cash flow action in my life now. They'll throw that in there. Because you're going to, the thing is that it's a co-creative experience, and then our faith is raised also. Because we get to witness. We get to witness the living Spirit expressing in your life. This is what we're here to do. That's what spiritual community is. Right? Even the one across the street. It's just done a little differently. Right? It's all prayer. It all counts. Right? Now, how to widen this vision becomes the big question. And how to do it in a conscious way and in a way that we can stick with. Right? Now, across the street, I couldn't stick with that. But when I came in here and I heard Ernest Holmes, I thought, wow, this is the stuff I've always thought about, but didn't know how to say. How to do it in a conscious way, in a way that we can stick with. To get away from that see no evil, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, have no fun kind of way. That's an old construction joke, I'm sorry. So our spiritual practice has lots of room for play, for spontaneity, for joy. That the spiritual life is not a hair shirt. It is not a hair shirt. That flesh mortification thing went out in the Middle Ages, except in the Da Vinci Code, but that was a work of fiction. The Spirit, let's face it, the Spirit, it better have a sense of humor or we are all screwed. Now, of course, sometimes I don't get the joke. I don't. It's true. Yeah. Sometimes the Spirit is not so funny. Let's see. Where am I at here? Oh, I'm having too much fun up here is what's happening. Ernest Holmes said this, that you and I exist, that the divine feeling, fire, imagination, and creativity may be expressed through you and through me, and everyone else too. Right? But we can't give away something we haven't got, as they say in 12-step. We do our own work first. There's a relationship between humanity and the Spirit. The infinite Spirit expressing itself in, through, and as our life. So that is the knock and I shall enter thing, if you're from that tradition. That we are allowing. We're not demanding, we're really just allowing. In allowing the Spirit to make itself known through us, we come to experience the divine in deep and transformative ways. We become our authentic self. Right, Charlie? We become our authentic self. We become real. Like the Velveteen Rabbit. We are real. Loving kindness comes easily through us. Even old recovering rednecks like me. The old ways of see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, have no fun, simply fall away because we are now focused in the divine flow of life and how to stay balanced in that. We are reborn. We are reborn. So it's not just about creativity, it's about the person we're becoming while we're creating, Charlie Peacock says. Experience divine joy through creativity and relaxation. We rediscover ways to allow the Spirit to play through you and through me. And the writer says that I say rediscover because when we were kids, we had no problem doing such things. Oh, that's right, I did write that. Perhaps this is why Jesus said, bring the little children unto me. It's a reminder. Now, of course, like a playful uncle, he could just hand them back. They don't talk about that in the Bible. So the global vision says we envision a world in which has renewed its emphasis on beauty, nature, and love through the resurgence of creativity, art, and aesthetics. Right? So when we are in the flow of life, it is spontaneity, it is joyous, it's creative. Right? It's creative. In all kinds of ways. On the job, in our relationships, creative in that we find more ways to be more effective communicators. Creative in that we learn how to, that we learn to recognize that if a challenge is presenting itself to us, that the problem or the solution is already in there. That we can open ourselves up to a divine impress of new and dynamic ideas. We open ourselves up to divine guidance. Right? So the whole situation gets a major redo. It's like you do you 2.2. How's that? All right, so Ernest Holmes himself said that find me someone who's no longer sad, and I will find the end of this right here. Okay. Find me someone who's no longer sad, whose memory has been redeemed of morbidity, and I shall hear laughter. Now, Holmes had a good sense of humor. He was a funny guy. There's still a few old-timers around who have stories. And he loved kids. So that tells us, that's something there for us as well. And I think it's time for me to stop talking. Maybe it was 10 minutes ago, I'm not sure. I forgot to look.
You're good.
All right, so what do I do now? Do I do a little closing treatment thing, or what do I do?
Sure. You can.
All right, so let's just take a deep breath together. And on the exhale, just allow ourselves to surrender into this eternal now moment. This is our playful pause. And so our practice for today on this Sabbath day is to practice being playful. Find ways to be playful. At the grocery store, on the freeway, within our families, at the casino, within spiritual community, within the task that we have as volunteers. How to be playful, how to have a good time, how to show God a good time by means of being a volunteer at the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living. So as we explore these ways through this day, practice that playful pause. We'll take that into our work week. And then come back and report to Reverend Cheryl and Reverend Stacy about how that worked. And they'll get it back to me. So it is. Thank you.
So it is.
Do I sit down now?
It's up to you. We're all about choice here, Mike. We're being playful today because we're kind of out of order.
You're awesome.
You are. A cheer for Mike. Reverend Mike McMorrow. We all want to be playful today, right? Woo! Oh, boy. Woo!
By the way.
You know who this is? I'm just kidding. Hey, baby, with the nice suit on. tell you what, if this is church, then I'm going to be here every Sunday. Woo! Come on, boy. Woo! Come on, Daddy.
I never felt so in love before. Promise, baby, you love me forever. Said keeping you satisfied. 'Cause you're the one for me.
You make me feel. You really turn me on.
You knock me off the my feet now.
My only days are gone.
The way you make me feel.
You really turn me on.
You knock me off of my feet now. My lonely days are gone.
Boy, he can write some music.
Ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business but mine and my baby.
Woo! He's like, what? Come on. Woo!
Give it to me. Give it some time. Come on, be my boy. I want you to be mine. Ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business but mine and my baby. He's scared me after 29 years.
Woo! Oh, this is the part where I can talk. Woo! It's our 18th anniversary month. So he makes me feel good. He pretty much turns me on.
You knock me off on my feet, my baby. Ooh, my only days are gone. The way you're making me feel, you really turn me on. Ooh, you knock me off of my feet, my baby. Ooh, my only days are gone. Ooh, ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business but mine and my baby.
Oh my God! Where did you go? Come back! Woo! Yeah! Here we go! Those are my students. Thank you. I love you! Woo! Michael Jackson player.
Oh my gosh. Patty loves
I like
Michael
it.
Jackson.
I do.
Stevie Wonder, she sings a lot of that too.
That's what I grew up with.
Shema. 18 years, but married, but how long have you all been together?
Like 28, 29, something like that.
28, 29. Took him a little bit. Yeah, took him, yeah.
A little hesitation there.
Little hesitation. But you didn't go away.
No, that's because we had a contract. we made it contractual.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. This is our time for giving and receiving, or gifting and receiving. However, I would like to take a moment because we were having so much fun and being so playful, I forgot to see who was here for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And our ushers love that part, and they're giving me odd looks, so. Who's here for the first time? And would like to admit it, hi. I know how you heard about us. He brought you here. Thank you for bringing her. Our ushers have a gift for you. And they recognize you or they don't. So if they come at you with a gift anyway, even though you're not raising your hand, please forgive me. Forgive them. It's okay. They love seeing new faces as we do. All right, all right. We are not passing a basket around. Oh. Patty's running to the booth. I love how you've been able to have so much fun doing both of these jobs today, Patty.
Anything for you.
We're not passing baskets around currently. There is a basket in the back of the room with envelopes if you need to leave a gift or a love offering, and we appreciate it. If you would please say our affirmation, it's on the screen, or if you know it by heart, that'll be great. So take your gift in your hand and repeat, say with us. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and belief. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And what I know for sure is that the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living is grateful for every gift, every offering, and every tithe. We're grateful for Reverend Mike. We're grateful for all the volunteers and each and every person that has shown up here today. And my message to them is for them to know their abundance and their opulence, and to know that you can't outgive God. And I'm just so grateful for each and every gift and each and every tithe. Thank you so much. And so it is.
I know you know this. I do believe that I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, sir, then it will be mine. Oh yeah. I do believe that I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind, yeah, and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it will be mine. Anything I want, it is mine. Woo! Joy and peace, it is mine. Perfect health, perfect health, it is mine. Love, 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 it is mine. It's all mine. It's all mine.
No, it isn't. Okay, you may think so.
It's mine, all mine.
Can we have too much playfulness? Is there such a thing? Because I don't ever think there is, so, okay. Well, if you want to have more fun playfulness at noon on Wednesdays, get on Zoom and you can have conversations with the Revs. That's always fun, noon on Wednesdays. Our concert series, we have Michelle Roll and John Jones coming up on the 20th of this month, on Friday at 7 p.m. Fabulous. So get your tickets ahead of time for $20 or $25 at the door. We still need you to send your questions in to Ask a Practitioner so you can stump us. We need more questions. Just send them to askalasvegaspractitioner@gmail.com. And for prayer support, any prayer support, just send your request to prayer@lasvegascsl.org or text 702-524-7096. The Healing Words Book Club is reading See No Strangers, a memoir and a manifesto of revolutionary love by Valerie Kaur. And this meeting will, of course, always be on the last Wednesday of the month at 4 p.m. So if you'd like to join with that, just let Reverend Stacy know. And our Heart of Peace meditation is this coming Wednesday from 6 to 7. And Practitioner Aldo, as always, leads this beautiful, magnificent service. And we have bowls, crystal bowls with Karen Jones. And we also have, this week, we'll be featuring Richard Egan with the Office of Suicide Prevention. And he will be speaking for about 5 or 10 minutes. If you can come in person, that would be wonderful. The energy here is so great if you can be here. If not, by all means, hook up on Facebook. And if you're having any trouble finding parking these days, we've got more parking out here on the north side of the building, so just swing around back there and you can find more parking. We're still looking for more volunteers for anything you can imagine doing and playfully doing. Just sign up back there at the happenings table, and we will have lots of fun. Taya DeStefano is still accepting things that were put in for the homeless people with the little coolers back there to pass out when you see someone. And our self-care is this Saturday. This Saturday is it's a fundraiser for our center. We get 30% of everything that we bring in. And it's going to be here live here as well as on Zoom. So if you're going to be here, you just need to let Reverend Cheryl know if you're going to be here in person. And that will be this Saturday at 10 a.m. And let's see here. Oh, and we're also, the following week, next Saturday, we're going to have a special thing where we're having a Painting Kindness Rocks with the teens. And that will be on the Saturday the 21st at 11 a.m. So if you'd like to join, just come. Just come a week from Saturday on the 21st, the day after the concert. We'll be back over here. We are always collecting supplies for the kids for the Project 150, and you might see some of the things we have back there. There's a list of all the things that they need, and I don't know what the deadline is. Oh, it is. Its last day is next Sunday. So you have one more week to get those supplies in for that project. And remember to look for Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living on Amazon Smile whenever you're going to be shopping, because we do get a percentage of that as well. And our bookstore is open today with lots of gifts and items. There's jewelry, all kinds of fun things over there to get at the gift store. And remember to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and always you can subscribe to YouTube, thanks to Julius. And thank you, and have a wonderful week, everybody.
Thank you, Kitty. You know, did you want to show the video? Oh, okay. I forgive you.
Oh.
You corrupted it? I doubt that, Patty. Oh my goodness. I would like to ask, our practitioners to please come forward, our ministry of prayer team, and any visiting practitioners or ministers, please come forward. You heard Amy this morning doing our centering, and she recently became a licensed practitioner. And we're actually having a ceremony and rededication on the 12th during service, so that'll be exciting. So all these folks that you see, they're wearing their stoles that Reverend Mike spoke about, but that's to identify them. They're practitioners, so if you would like them to pray with you, for you, please see one of them. Please do not leave here with a heavy heart. Seek one of them out. And also we have a prayer box also if you want to leave a prayer request. You don't want to speak to one of them. But I can't imagine why you wouldn't. Look at them. Aren't they awesome? Look at them. Jeez. Thank you. Awesome. So, we missed all our sound guys, but we love, thank you, Patty. Thank you, Patty. I know, I love you too. I want everyone to remember to be playful this week. Reverend Stacy.
Yeah, all right, so. I can use this one back.
She can use this one.
I can use this one.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
I know this in my mind.
I know this in my mind.
I feel it in my body.
I feel it in my body.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Make it a great week. Have some fun.
Oh yeah, well, I'm just doing my work. My control.
I know. I'm going. And you know it's been on my mind. Yeah.